inside 50. A couple of options could have gone for a boulder, stayed down. Myers couldn't handle it. Prestia does, gave to Brown, whose dad was a star here. Paul, 84 games, not enough under the father-son rule for Tondu. Cameron flies, Rouse Smith caught, dropped it, and the umpire was right there. Game 50 as a cat for Jack Bowes, laid in and he's into it already.
Gives him a chance to jump into the game.
Trainer inside 50, Humphries out points Rioli, who has Stanley, Dempsey, he's got Blitzards or Dangerfield long. Dangerfield in the goal square. He's on the run, he's up, and he marked it. He's back on the board now.
It's just that efficiency again. Inside 50.
It's high. Mansell's on 2. Can't beat the 2. Jack Henry with ease. Dominant has been in the tackle numbers, Atkins, this year. Manor to Danger, who sits it up for, well, who wants to go? Neil does go. Blight, Neil, shrugged him. In full flight. Nails a good goal. He rides him. Atkins pumps it away and wants a drop mark for Blight. Trouble now. Ollie, Henry loops it. Myers with that little chip kick. The side swipe to Cameron.
He's used to playing on the wing and running up and down.
And that's 50 for the season for Jeremy Cameron. He's got the half century up. Stevens, Myers on the flyby with a bullet to Holmes.
You can just
pulls the kick wide. Cameron's there and he plucked it. Rouse Smith claims he was pushed. Pulls it away into space. Boulder has to go. There's no one ahead of him. Just has to get it and hold it, and is held by O'Sullivan. Umpire says ball. Goal here. Jezza lurking at half-back, on the move. Bitzarves, Cameron, the athletes they have, phenomenal. To Dangerfield, the power athlete, sits it up over the top. Ollie, all the way home instead. If he meant it, it was brilliant. Campbell was his target. Martin goes and gets. Rubs a tackle. O'Sullivan, and here they go again. Humphries, Stevens, who's in there because they say he's a really good ball user. Been getting plenty of it in the 2s. Back to Humphries. Dangerfield all close this time. There's plenty of games where he has more handballs than kicks. That'll work okay. Off the head of Nankervis. Vlosten gave it to Danger. The last person he would have wanted to give it to. Holmes. Manor. It's a fun watch for Cats fans so far. Stevens again in the heat of the kitchen. Looks solid. Holmes off and running. Heads to a goal. He was born to run. Max Holmes.
Decent ride.
Geelong hold, is there?
against Hopper, I think.
And it's going to the debutant. So Stevens to have a shot. We were told pre-game there's half of Warrnambool here this afternoon for this. George Stevens from South Warrnambool.
Yep, Jacob Hopper just had the arms around the waist.
Elite kick. Welcome to the big time. First goal in AFL footy. And they come from everywhere to celebrate with the debutant.
It's a great sight when a player kicks his first goal in league football, because 17 other players sprint from wherever they are on the ground to go and pat him on the head and congratulate him.
Chips, Humphries. He might go. He spent that before it earned it.
Yep.
And now he's forced to pass it to close. He's told to go. Now, is that the required to kneel? Just one goal against the Lions last game, 1 goal 2. Tough to replace the great Tom Hawkins, one of their all-time greats, but making a pretty good fist of his season so far, Shannon Neal.
And season, and century.
Martin Long, who's going to float in? Cameron! He's threatening to put on a show.
Absolutely. Matty Rowell finished with 17 tackles today.
He'll run that down with a quarter to spare.
So Tom Atkins
good watch.
personal record is 23 tackles. Had that in a VFL game for Geelong here, which is one of the reasons that they plucked him out of the VFL. And there he is with two straight away to start the half. Back to back. Huge upside, Mansell. Playing some great footy. Campbell couldn't get there. He wanted to jump on Jack Martin, who just held front spot. And at the moment might hold his spot in this team. The breeze sometimes does blow up. Myers with the outside of his boot was amazing. Stevens heads to the square to Cameron. Got it. Thought about playing on.
Everything begins with Ryan Myers. He's the one that sets things up with his vision and he kicks it.
Henry tumbles it in that Cameron direction from the spill broad.
Tackle.
Great tackle, Ollie Henry. And Curtis didn't really want to take that kick, and I can see why.
Yeah.
The handoff to Bowes. Welcome back. A late inclusion and having a good evening. Cunningham. Chip kick, turnover. Guthrie could go for it. He goes for close. Cool night in the long sleeves. Close. His last shot was not even. But this one is. Straight through the middle. Ball hits the deck. How's that for Stevens? Is bullocking through traffic. Close has got to get on the end of another one here. He gave it to Jezza for 700. Jeremy Cameron joins the 700 club. And the crowd rise for him. So it's a little bit different in the back line at the moment for the Cats as Dangerfield dies to smother. But they've got that guy, O'Sullivan, who's been a massive difference maker. Pick 11, 2023 draft. Second year on the list. As maybe an extra finesse, maybe not his thing. Finesse is Myers' thing to Manor. And he landed like a cat and goes a couple of bounces. Pumps it. Ollie Henry starting to find it a bit. Getting some form back, and he had Neil in the hole.
Well, you talk about your transition. That was too easy.
So Shannon Neal for his third and drills it. And he's looking better by the game. And now into the corridor. Martin. No one comes at him, and it's 50, is it? Gee, that's... Well, it seemed a little harsh, but that's the rule, I suppose. He would be an amazing sliding door story if he played in a flag after being told his services weren't required at Carlton. And that is his first goal as a Cap. Dangerfield calls for it long. Will he get there? Danger, he does. Fumbles it. Takes off. Options are plenty. He's got Jeremy Cameron in the pocket. And this is the dugout pocket. Oh, he's handed it off. Ollie Henry, welcome to the party. And it's a win for Coach Chris Scott in game 350. It's been nightmare on Moorabool Street for the Tigers, but for the Cats, it's the win they had to have. 72 points, 18, 16, 124 to 7, 10, 52. Jeremy Cameron joined the 700 goal club, and Chris Scott another win, his name in game 350. And George Stevens on debut showed that they've found another one, the Cats, as we see Patrick Dangerfield having a chat to Sam Lawler, who is the story out of this game for Richmond fans. So much promise. Just game 11, and it looks like another hamstring.